Hi guys, welcome to our Azure Learning YouTube channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about the Azure Web Application Firewall. So generally we know about the firewall. There are some, protocols will be there that would, do allow and deny the request traffics. This is what we know. So what is basically this WAF, Web Application Firewall? It's literally a tool protects the common threats from the applications. Common threat means like cross-site injections. Sorry, cross-site scripting. If any end user wanted to trying to breach our server with his interface, means it would prevent, and SQL injections like from and other threats. Okay, so now. Mm. Hello guys, welcome to our Azure Learning YouTube channel. So in this video, we're gonna talk about Azure Web Application Firewall. We know about the firewall. The firewall would literally controls the traffic and which would deny the request, allow the request. Some protocols, things would be there inside that we know. What is literally a web application firewall? That's what we're gonna discuss now. And some key points are there. Some things we're gonna discuss with Azure Firewall. What is Azure Firewall? Why Azure Firewall? And then the key features and protections, where and all we can deploy. These stuffs and all we're gonna discuss today. After the discussion, we'll see the web application firewall deployment practically. Okay, so what is WAF? WAF is literally a tool which is present on Azure. This firewall tool which literally protects the common threats of your application. For example, the purpose is which would prevents from SQL injections and then the cross-site scripting. If any end user trying to breach our server with his user interface, means it would prevent, and many threats. Okay, so this is the uh, prevention things, and also it had an option which would helps to prevent and detect. Okay, detect is literally to show if any irrelevant request comes, means okay, if user gonna insert any um, give a irrelevant data, means it should show in his interface. If he is trying, that's the detection option. Okay, so that detection option which is literally present on this web application firewall. And prevention also there. Prevention means it would deny the request. If that user trying to initiate any record insertion, it would deny. Okay, so that's what uh, prevention. And coming to the key features, now many features are there, and literally here log and analytics we can do, which would helps to track the data for further analysis, and we can do the monitoring here. And then custom rules, custom web application firewall policy also here we can create it according to our requirement. And what is the types? What is the types? See, where and all we can deploy. See, here we can deploy with Azure Application Gateway. Application Gateway is literally an application load balancer. And here we can deploy with the CDN and then the Azure front door. There and all we can deploy. Okay, so and it would protect the common threads, as I said, from the SQL injection, the cross-site scripting, and then it would prevent from the DDoS attacks if any people trying to crack your server with huge packets, means it would prevent. Okay, so this and all we can get it in the um, web application firewall. Now I'll show you how we can deploy this practically. So for that, I took one sample application from internet. So I'm just going to show you with that. So first, here I'm just creating the app service. So just go to the app service. Here itself, it would allow to create the plan. So I'm just taking the web app. So app name, my app ROM. So this is going to be the app name. This is going to be the resource group. And if you have the code, you can publish it. Okay, so we'll publish via Visual Studio Code. So here we need to tell the operating system. So now I'm just taking this .NET. If you are not comfortable with Windows means you can go with Linux, no problem. And the Windows plan, this is the app service plan which they are giving. And this is the recommended services database. So it's a sample application, so I'm not going to work with any databases. So just skip this. And the deployment, if you have your source code which is present on GitHub means you can easily integrate it. Okay, but currently I didn't have any code in GitHub, so currently I have that code in my local machine, so we'll upload directly. And the GitHub settings, the workflow, okay, so we can skip here. And the network injection, enable network injection, which can be off. Okay, so if we need means we can enable it. And I'm just going to use publicly, so I'm just allowing. And then monitor and secure. We'll wait, it's loading. Yeah, so enable application insight. Yes, I'm going to monitor this into my log analytics. So if you need means you can enable it, otherwise you can skip it. Just go to tags and we can create it. Generally this would take some time to the creation. Probably it would take around 5 to 10 minutes. We'll wait for it. And meantime, we can set up the Azure account in our Visual Studio. Okay, see, this is my existing code which I had. I'll show you. I'm just opening new window. There I'll show you. So what happened? Sometimes the pictures will come. I have to show you. Now I'm just opening the new window. I'm just closing the previous one. Here we need to select the folder. Give me a minute, let me take my source code. So this is the app. This app I just got from internet. So if you are not comfortable with that means you can go with the sample application. See, this is the application, and here we need to configure the extension. Just go to the extension page. Source control, not source control. Yes, in this extension, you should configure this app service. Okay, this is mandatory. Okay, so this app service configuration you should have, or else you should have the Azure resources extension. Okay, any one of this extension you should have. Okay, and then you need to log in with that. So if you're gonna open, so if you're gonna install Azure extension like that, one icon would come here. So in this under the resource tab, you can find your resources. Say I have logged in with the 2 accounts, so that it's showing. If you are newly opening this Azure interface means, here it would show like sign in to Azure. So you can click that option, it would redirect to your browser window, and there itself you can sign in. So just asking to update, but I'm not going to work with Azure functions now, so that I'm skipping this. Okay, so let's go to the app service. Inside the app service, we can find the My App ROM. Okay, we have deployed, and where is that? Here you can find the performance, and then the settings. Inside the settings, you can find the configurations, environmental variables. Those all you can customize if you need. Means it's loading. Will wait. Uh, so this FTP basic authentication published credential you should enable. So that I am saving here. Yeah. So that setting got updated. So now we can go to the Azure App Service. So I'm just going to deploy to web app. So just select it. Are you sure want to? Yes. Just give deploy. Activating task. It's loading. Okay, so the pre-deploy task is running. So we'll wait for it. This one won't take much time because we just have a basic application. So probably it would take around um, 5 to 10, 5 minutes. Probably it would take 5 minutes. So we'll wait for it. Once this one got completed means we can find application here. See, I'm just going to the overview. See, this is the URL. I'm just using this here. See, it's loading because the deployment process is going on. Yeah. So the process is going on. Okay, we took the Windows, deployment logs, virtual IP. If you wanted to update any modifications in the network settings, you can open the MSG. Public network access. Enable from all networks. Okay, any people can reach this endpoint. Or why this one is not working means still the deployment process is going on. Okay, now the deployment is going on. I'm just deploying my source code inside of this my RAM web page. Okay, the deployment process is going on, and meantime we can configure the application load balancer, which means application gateway, application gateways. Okay, still that process is going on. Yeah. So now we can create the application gateway. So this is going to present on the same resource group. At LB1. So this also going to present on same Canada Central and tier. So this time I'm just going to take WAF for this. Web Application Firewall, I'm going to do this. And here I'm not going to do any auto scaling here. Okay, so that I'm just using this. And instance count, which must be 1. Okay, so this is fine for me. And HTTP to this one. Okay, we can leave it as enable. So now I'm just going to create the Web Application Firewall. My policy for WAF, my policy WAF. Just click OK. And here we need to create a new network for this. So I'm just creating my VNet 1. Okay, my VNet 1 is going to be the network for our application gateway. Operation aborted. Why? records. Okay, let's check it. Sometimes this kind of issues would come here, but no worry, we can troubleshoot it. Um, okay, then it's loading. Mm, okay, let's quickly browse. It would open. We'll wait for it. Here it comes. Just give the endpoint here. Okay, see that application got successfully hosted, but here we got that error. But this kind of error would comes um, in this Visual Studio Code. But our application got deployed properly. See, RAM is present on UK, Alia present on US, Saran located in Tanjore. So now I'm just going to add the new user. Username is Sharvish. Okay, he is literally present on Chennai. Just give submit. It's loading. Yeah, Sarvesh coming to here. Okay, so now I'm just going to enable WAF in my application gateway. See, here we have configured everything. Here we need to tell the front end. Front end means that application gateway endpoint. So I'm just going to add new ALB and on. Just give OK. Go to the backend pools. And here I'm just going to add my app service. Okay, so if you have your application in your VM, you can choose it, no problem. So I'm just giving it like BP1, backend pool 1. Then just add it. Then just go to the configuration. In this configuration, that front end IP got selected, that backend pool got selected. Now we need to tell the routing rule. So rule 1, the priority which can be 100. Okay, backend target. Backend target is that BP1. Backend settings. This also can add it. Okay, backend targets are fine. Now we need to give the listener rule, which means routing rule we need to give. Routing, literally this routing going to perform on this port number 80 only. HTTP routing only, here we gonna perform. LB route. Okay, looks great. Now we can add it. See, here we have mentioned the front ends, routing rules, backend pools, all fine. Go to the tags and now we can create it. It's loading, it's checking the validations. Yeah. Okay, so now we initiated the application gateway with the WAF. Okay, guys, our application gateway got created. See, this is the application gateway endpoint, and these are all our records. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some record inside, which can be like. So currently, our application load balancer be detection. Okay, detection means it would accept the records. Okay, so it would tell Otherwise, it won't deny anything. I'll show you sample. Here I'm just passing this. Hello, welcome to my session. This is the content which I'm passing here. Then space my content, my data, some value I'm just passing here. Just hit enter. It only allowing. Hello, welcome to my session. Allowing, and this is my actual data. Okay, so this one comes here. But if I'm going to initiate the same data in a prevention mode, means this one won't work. It will throw an error. So I'll show you. Sorry. Let me go to the portal. See, this is the application load balancer which we created. So now I'm just moving to the web application firewall. Yeah, see, currently it's in the detection mode. So let's switch to the prevention. Now it's updating this WAF in the backend infrastructure. Generally, this would take around 2 minutes to reflect in the infrastructure. So you need to wait here. See, now it comes to a prevention state. I think it got updated. So let's initiate any record. Record means Yuvaraj. His country is India. Okay. So I'm just going to initiate this. See, this session is blocking and then it allowing the data. So now I'm just going to add one more record. So Yuvraj, and then the, what is that? And then his country value is correct. So that it allowed. So now I'm just going to give it like Shan. And here I'm just going to pass this value again. But currently, this is in the prevention mode. Okay, so it's not in the detection mode, it's in the prevention mode. So now we can initiate this. We will get the error 403 forbidden. Why it is showing like this? Because currently we have enabled the prevention firewall. Okay, it would restrict it. In addition to that, in firewall, in this web application firewall, many things are there to discuss. And here we can create the custom web application firewall as well, firewall policy as well. Those things we'll discuss in a part 2 video. And yeah, so that's it guys in this video. I hope this video helps you well. In the next video, I'll come up with one interesting topic. Then yeah, thank you all. Bye. And then don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.